The Cody Ko situation is reaching its peak right now. We had him performing live the other day, basically doing a Colleen Ballinger tier response to everything going on. It's actually insane. So many YouTubers have come out to talk about the situation since D'Angelo's video. We have companies dropping Cody Ko, podcasts under his own studio distancing themselves from him. We have a ton of new updates, so we're going to go over all of it. And at this point, we need a response from Cody Ko. One that's not what happened the other day. So let's just start from the top. First, we have a YouTuber who's popular in the whole sphere, like with Cody Ko. She's done collabs with him and such. They hung out a lot. Of course, this being Brittany Broski. She put out a statement on her Instagram where she says, "I'm crushed to learn about the Cody allegations. If it's proven to be true, then that's extremely upsetting as a collaborator and a longtime fan. I find all of this disturbing, inappropriate, and just flat out disappointing." And when Brittany Broski made this tweet, she got a lot of backlash from her community. I mean, this tweet has 100,000 likes here with the caption, "Girl, fuck you." And I think it's quite literally just because she's saying if it's proven to be true, which I mean is, I guess, a fair take to be in. I mean, you can't really say anything. You could be sued if you're definitively saying something's true. But she's also in the whole sphere of like, oh, like if you don't believe the victim instantly 100%, then you're like Satan himself. If you have any kind of skepticism, you're terrible. So the fact that she is even just saying like, hey, if this is proven to be true, this is bad, that's enough for her to get eaten alive by her entire audience. I believe that's why she's getting shit on like this. But she's not saying that this is an okay thing to do. She's saying that if this is true, this is disgusting and terrible. She doesn't really know. It's not 100% confirmed. But the allegations are pretty serious and also have some pretty decent corroborating evidence around them. Just in the sense of like, multiple different statements by multiple people kind of confirming the same thing. Of course, like I said, it's just corroborating evidence. And this reply here just proves exactly why this person's upset. She's a loser. If it's proven to be true, what an outrageous thing to say. So yeah, they're upset that it's not an instant believe from Brittany Broski. But anyway, continuing on, this is probably the biggest update to the story. So the YouTube channel Cut, they have a series on their channel called like The Button, basically, where essentially it's like a dating show. We've all seen clips of it, I'm sure, if you've been on the internet. People sit down in front of a button and they like try to date each other or whatever, like just if you hit the button, then you eliminate the other person. So that's pretty much the gist of the whole thing. So whenever someone does something that's like, oh, you're cringe, or I'm not interested in you, or I just want someone else, boom, button gets hit, people move on. Well, Cody Ko was a creator who is deeply ingrained in this whole button show with the entire Cut channel. You can even go to his main channel on YouTube and still see that there is a bunch of videos he has with them directly, where he's reacting to them on his main channel. Like here's one, helping our friends find love on the button. He's sitting here and then he reviews the video where they watch it and he's kind of like behind the scenes or whatever, like this, like he's asking questions to people. They have like an earpiece in, so he's trolling, he's working with them, even shouting out Cut in the description. Well, now this channel has entirely deleted every single video relating to Cody Ko. Anything with Cody Ko in it is gone from their channel. You can even see on Social Blade, they deleted 3 million views worth of videos just the other day. All of those views being anything relating to Cody Ko. So they have moved on from him. And even if you check the comments on their, recent video, notice Cut removed their videos with Cody Ko, almost 1,500 likes. So, and not only did Cut distance themselves from Cody, but now we have a huge update from a podcast that was produced under TMG Studios. So this podcast goes by Emergency Intercom. It's India and Drew. I don't watch them, but I just know this information. They were produced under Noel Miller and Cody Ko's TMG Studios, Tiny Meat Gang. And just the other day, they put out a statement distancing themselves where they tweeted out, Emergency Intercom will now be produced independently, leaving Noel Miller and Cody Ko's at TMG Studios. They said, hey everyone, we wanted to make a post to express that we are moving the podcast to be produced independently by us. So in the meantime, no episode this week while we figure out the best plan forward. Thanks for your understanding and patience, Inya and Drew. So not only are big companies that are, working with him, distancing themselves, but even the podcasts directly under their studio, like they were working for TMG Studios, they have distanced themselves from him. Now, maybe you could say this is just a coincidence. Maybe the timing was always going to be like this, but I don't think it's a coincidence. And of course, people distancing themselves from you doesn't necessarily mean 100% definitively proof of anything. But we have seen this happen in multiple different ways. For example, with the George Not Found situation, you had people like Mr. Beast distancing themselves, like Carl, like all these people were like, fuck George Not Found. And then he ended up proving that he was pretty much innocent entirely in that situation. But he also had people like Dr. Disrespect, who had people close to him distancing himself. And then it came out, oh yeah, he's actually talking to a minor. and he was 35 years old. So it's not definitive proof really one way or another if people around you distance themselves from you, but it is a sign that this is something that should be addressed publicly, because even in both of those situations, the George Not Found one and the Dr. Disrespect one, both of them immediately basically went public within a couple days and addressed everything. So it's up to Cody now to do that. You had H3 covering this whole situation. He went over it multiple different times in different ways. Hassan covered the situation, speaking out against Cody Ko. Critical made a video on it, got nearly 5.5 million views. Oompaville covered it, close to 1 million views as well. Of course, Turkey Tom, who already covered it before weeks ago, update video again. Mudahar, I mean, every single person on the internet right now is going after him. So at this point, it's like, how can you not address this? How are you going to avoid this situation? People are distancing themselves from you. Companies are distancing themselves from you. The whole internet is going after you. It's just, there's no excuse. But as an update to something that D'Angelo mentioned in his last video, where Cody Ko was apparently deleting YouTube comments, I think it's gotten so overwhelming that it's impossible to keep up with for Cody himself, because you go to his last video, which was 7 days ago. He hasn't posted in a week, and you go to the comments, people are talking about it. Take your money and get off the internet. Take accountability. It's not the same watching you anymore. Been a fan since 2017. Please tell me it's a lie. Been watching every week for 3 years. Never again. I thought you were different. This is on his side channel, Cody and Ko. And if you go to his main channel, Cody Ko, on his last video from 4 weeks ago, comments, better get the ukulele soon. Next up on Cody Ko, a video titled Hi. Asking someone, are we good? Years after what you did to them is crazy work. So everyone is talking about it, referencing it in his replies. You are raising a son. Take accountability for what you did, Cody. Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely nuts. And the situation gets absolutely even worse now, where Cody Ko has done his Colleen Ballinger tier response to the situation. I mean, I'm stretching that a little bit, but just look at this. So firstly, he was caught DJing in Las Vegas just the other day, just 2 days ago. He was at the Encore Beach Club in LA. This tweet went viral, pointing it out. The people, please address the allegations about a crime you did against a minor, Cody Ko, and then watch this video. So it's just absolutely it's over. I mean, what the hell? But it gets worse, because the Cody Ko subreddit put out another video from this concert where he is DJing. This has close to 3,500 upvotes. And just listen to the song. Tell me if you guys can tell what song he decided to play, because he picked this track list most likely. What song does he decide to play as these allegations are blasting him through the entire internet? Let's look. So if you couldn't make out what was being said there, yeah, he's playing Sorry by Justin Bieber. Is it too late to say sorry now after everything that's going on? And reminder, allegedly, I don't know if this is for sure confirmed, but he is the one who picks out the track list. When you're the DJ, you pick out the songs you're going to DJ. So he picked this out. He performed it. There's no way he's not aware of what's going on. He's absolutely aware, given that he was deleting comments about it. This was just 2 days ago, and the whole internet has been exploding about it, including Critical's video, which was like 5 days ago at this point. So he absolutely knows what's going on. This is not a coincidence. This is not a troll. He knows what's happening. So either he's going to come out and deny the allegations. That's what has to happen at this point. I mean, you cannot pull this off without just denying it entirely, or he's going to continue this whole act he's doing where he's just never going to say anything about it. I mean, regardless of this point, even if he's innocent, I'll say, obviously he's innocent. He's not a statutory whatever. This is the most inappropriate way you can ever possibly go about addressing anything, even if the man is completely innocent. I mean, this is just insane. Like, it shows that he has no accountability. It shows that he has no respect for anything. If he's getting false accusations levied against him, and you're going to go to a beach club and play Sorry on the DJ and just troll and act like it's not there, like, it shows a level of, like, I'm untouchable, I don't give a fuck, that without addressing it. Like, if he had done this after he addressed it, go for it. I support it. Fucking flex on the false accuser. But you haven't addressed it, and you're acting as if you're so high and mighty and awesome. So it's like, what the fuck? This is disrespectful. I don't respect it at all. I don't think it's cool. I think it's lame. It's worse than Colleen Ballinger. I mean, this is just nuts. So that's where we're at with the situation. Everyone's talked about it. Everyone's clowned on him. I don't think it can get much worse for the guy. I mean, it's over for him. So hopefully he responds. And I mean, hopefully it's not true, because that would be better for everyone involved, I guess. Maybe not for Tana if she was lying about that. That'd be a fucking insane thing to lie about. But it'd be better for the whole internet if we all knew that was a lie from Tana, because she could completely get blasted by everyone for being a false accuser, if that's true. But if not, this guy needs to address it regardless. Anyway, that's all I really got to say about this. So see you guys tomorrow. Peace.